Hey y'all, it's Texas in Taiwan. My name is Alexa. This is my third video. I haven't been keeping up with this as well as I'd hoped I would be. I've been here officially for 2 months and I want to talk a little bit about what it's been like being here. I was here for a month doing training. I kind of mentioned that in my last video, and for the last month I've been doing at my branch training with my school, and now I'm kind of getting into the regular routine of everything. Going to say, just to start off with, it was like a terrible first month, like alone. Like the first month I was with a training group. It was like lots of native, English speakers, everyone from all over the globe, but for the most part from the United States. So this is just extremely large expat community, right? Then after that, I moved out to where I'm working, and I've been out here for the last month working and learning more about teaching, and then eventually teaching on my own classes. It's been an adventure. There's just been a lot to get used to. The culture is very different than what you would expect. And then it's also, how's the best way to describe this? It's really different being alone. It's kind of like being in an island. Like no one else around you speaks English, and those that do, they don't speak English well, just very like basic. Maybe those they can say thank you or like yes or no, maybe. Just very basic English. And then you're also in a little bit of a bubble because you do have other teachers that you're teaching with, and then your kids, they speak some English. The people that you work with speak some English, but outside of that, like dealing with day-to-day life, it's a lot harder than you would think. Like it's like being like a small child. You can't ask for what you need sometimes. For example, I was here about a month and a half, and I got sick, and I had this just terrible cold, and I couldn't, I didn't even know where to go. I don't know, I knew where the doctor's offices were. Didn't know if, I didn't really need to go to a doctor, though, for a simple cold. They have pharmacies, and I finally just walked in there, and, I've just gotten really good at using hand motions and being like, nose, head, sick, so incredibly silly, and you feel like an idiot all the time. So just things like that. And then a lot of people will try to talk to you, and a lot of it is they want to practice their English, which is really great. Especially if you're here as a teacher, it becomes very exciting to see people trying to learn or to speak to you in your own language, and so that's been really great. Everyone here is super friendly, so I think it's been a lot more just me sometimes, being afraid of not being understood, or just that language barrier that's there. And then the cultural differences. They have a lot of festivals and a lot of different things like that. I've experienced the Ghost Festival, and the Moon Festival is coming up soon, so those are things that they do things, and you're just I don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it. You don't want to be, disrespectful, or it's just a really different thing. And I think everyone experiences a level of culture shock after getting here, so that's pretty normal. So overall, it's been pretty great. I'm finally really settling in, kind of getting into the routine of things here, so that's good. I start Chinese classes actually this next week, so I will have one-on-one Chinese classes with a professor at a university here, so it's really exciting because that's a lot of the reason I came here. So I'll hopefully try to update this a little more regularly. I'm not going to make a promise that I will, but stay with me, it'll be fun.